We're back again. Who is it? Nigga, Hurricane Hood News and Reviews bringing you in the house again. Said the pack of men, ladies and gentlemen, from the left, right. Be back again. Hey, who is it? Hurricane Hood News and Reviews bringing you in the house again. Yeah, we going back again, and we going back again, and we going back again. For the very first time. Don't worry if I write checks, I write rhymes. Yep, no. We're going back to the HHN Special Report. The name's Dynamite, Kane Dynamite, and your hoe chose me. Now we can talk like gentlemen and we can get off into some gangster shit. Can you dig it? Dynamite, 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 dynamite. Everybody know Hurricane is out of sight, but he goes by the name Kane Dynamite. What up, though? Now we about to talk about some shit. Some shit that kind of slipped past me. I guess there's like a little update on what's going on. Some shit happened in the military. There was a military guy that got popped by his own fucking military guys. Like, what the fuck? How that slip past me? How the fuck did that slip past me? What the fuck was I looking up? You know what I'm saying? But and we got some other shit to talk about. And how I just go on across the world. This man was assassinated. Now I know people are gonna get in their feelings. Like, look, if it don't apply, let it fly. I'm just covering the news. Just covering the fucking news. Now, no one want to hear this word, racism. I don't want to hear the word either, but got to deal with it. It's all over the world. And don't nobody want to talk about it, and the military is trying to fucking cover it up. This was fucking crazy about the whole fucking situation. And plus, I watch movies, read novels, seen TV shows where something happens with the military, nigga, they covering that shit up. And motherfuckers are staying silent. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, they ain't have to shoot that nigga like that. They shot this nigga 16 times. 30 plus rounds were fired. You know what I'm saying? The shit is wild. That shit is fucking wild. I already know what it is. People ain't gonna want to like to hear this, but shit, gotta hear it. Fuck it.
And military police turned deadly. Earlier this year, those officers shot and killed the airmen after a chase. And now we're getting a first look at what Albuquerque police saw after those gunshots rang out. News 13's Bella Olage has details.
The late-night chase ended just down the street from this base entrance here in Gibson back in February. APD says things escalated when the suspect and military police exchanged gunfire, resulting in the death of 28-year-old Brian Teal Scott. Police arrived to a chaotic scene February 22nd at around 2 a.m.
That's not there's all gas.
Albuquerque police officers found a man later identified as Airman Brian Teal Scott, dead in a driveway of an apartment complex near the Truman Gate of Kirtland Air Force Base. They saw shattered car windows and bloodstains, and officers started evacuating nearby buildings because bullets had caused a gas leak. Several officers moved Teal Scott's body away from the gas leak to check out his wounds. Military personnel and people working in nearby businesses recounted what led up to the shootout.
These guys ended up saying that this male adult, this DMA, pulled up into their gate, and he is a military man. He does have credentials, and that something went wrong.
We heard the gunshots, and we were just taking an order. My understanding is you're the actual shooter, correct?
We all shot, sir.
What's that?
We all shot.
Okay. Who's we all?
Everyone that's in uniform, like everyone.
APD says it started when Kirtland security forces noticed Teal Scott's vehicle registration had expired. That prompted the military officers to search his car at the Truman Gate.
Well, he was already getting agitated and mad that he had to wait there. So I guess when they were doing an inventory check before they found the vehicle, they found the marijuana.
When they told Teal Scott he would be detained,
and that's whenever he took off from his buddy's vehicle, they came to pick him up, and they ended up following him over here.
7 military police officers chased after Teal Scott on foot.
And the guy spoke who said that he saw him racket, and he's like, I'm not going to jail for this and that.
What's up,
He fired first.
APD says
he
Teal
fired
Scott
first?
shot
Some
at the
bullshit.
officers, and one was hit and wounded.
Bullshit.
Then officers returned fire and killed Teal Scott. Kirtland Air Force Base reiterated today that they recognize the public's concern about this shooting. They say they, quote, urge the community to avoid drawing conclusions based on preliminary accounts. Fellow Olage, KRQE, News 13.
All right. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. All praises to this case. Now, this happened earlier this year in February, but we have heard nothing about this situation in which they're saying the young man pulled up to the gate. When he pulled up to the gate, his tags were expired. Now, I've been stopped with expired tags before. It's not a big deal. Also, he's a military man going on a military base, and these are supposed to be his military cohorts. But instead of letting him go and, giving him a ticket, they said, well, no, we are going to impound the vehicle. And when you see these people who shot him, you're going to understand why. That they probably took that attitude. Now, they're saying, while they were impounding the vehicle, they were doing a search and they found some marijuana. And that is when they said, well, no, you're going to be detained. And they, quote unquote, I guess, called the police. Now, in the meantime, evidently he had called somebody to come pick him up. And that is when you heard that guy say, well, when we heard that we were calling the police, he ran from the vehicle and was coming to pick him up. And ran across the street to a Taco Bell. Now they're saying that he brandished the gun. This officer is saying that he fired a gun. But you're going to see some more testimony where all of them are saying two different things. And also that the police actually had to tell all 7 of these people that you're going to see to stop discussing what y'all are going to say. They actually literally had to separate them because they were trying to corroborate their stories. But just take a look at some of the scenery where the young man was shot. This right here shows how many bullets were actually fired again. And you see there, they hit the gas main. They shot so many times that they had hit the gas main. And you can see from this location, he was actually cornered. Yep. In which you're going to hear his attorney say,
nigga, they fucking cornered the man. Shooting recklessly, hit a gas tank, could have exploded, fucked everybody gas and power up while they trying to motherfucking assassinate a black guy. Mind you, this is military we're talking about now. And I know y'all seen cases where the motherfucking police fucking with a black military guy in his car and shit. This is another motherfucking case of that, but on a worse level. Nigga got murked by his own military guys. It's like it's real fucked up. It's real fucked up. It is so fucked up. Motherfucker, you defending your country. You're supposed to be your comrades and your brothers. But nah, nigga. Goes back to those Tuskegee Airman days, nigga. They don't fucking like us, nigga.
To surrender. So these officers went above and beyond to assassinate the man. And here's the last picture right here. There you see all of the gunshots. Those orange markings are places where bullets hit. So all of those attempts to hit this man are marked. And there you see at least 20 in this picture. But before I show you those are fair use for literary and commentary purposes only.
Shooting near Kirtland Air Force Base in February raised questions about why military police shot and killed one of their own airmen. Now, newly released documents are shedding light on what led up to that shooting. News 13's Jessica Baron spoke with that airman's family's attorney to explain.
He panicked. He ran on the public property, and we know they chased him down, and they hung him down like an animal.
After shooting left an airman dead, his family's attorney says they're seeking justice. 28-year-old Brian Teal Scott was shot and killed outside the Kirtland Air Force Base, Truman Gate, in February, when a confrontation escalated into a chase and then a shooting. Albuquerque police were not involved in the shooting, but responded to the scene afterwards. According to their reports, Teal Scott was trying to enter the base when security forces realized his car's registration was expired. Security forces began searching the car and found a bag of marijuana in the trunk under a spare tire. When they told Scott he was going to be detained, the police report says he ran away with 7 military police officers in pursuit. The attorney for Teal.
Now, what's crazy is this. I don't know if the guy did have the weed or they planted the weed or just try to just make up some phony ass shit. Who knows? But I don't think you're supposed to have weed on the military base. I don't think you're supposed to have that. And you put it up to the military base, you got your credentials, but your tag's messed up. I don't think the military should be able to take your car away if your tag's messed up, or they could be like, look, your tag's messed up. You probably have to go get your tags fixed and then come back, I guess, or you have to park your car somewhere. I'm not sure how that game go. What up, though? Siren, what's good? What's good? What up, dude? Eyes wide shut. What's good? Yeah, we just got done covering a quick case of a military airman from the Air Force got popped by his own people. 6 of them. They just shot this man to death. I'm talking about it was so many shots. They hit a gas tank. And they motherfucking hit a couple apartment complexes and shit. You know, they cornered this guy. But you know, like, nah, he about to go through the names and shit. But like this happened in February. I guess it was like an update. Like the lawyers is gonna really truly fight this. They set up in Albuquerque right now, ready to go up against the military. And I don't think they're gonna win. I don't think they're gonna win. Because like I said, like I seen all the movies, all the TV shows, read the best-selling novels. If something like that happens in the military, nigga, that shit is covered up and put on a super hush. Hush, hush. We don't want to have our military personnel looking bad. It's like we got to defend this country, so nigga, we ain't gonna say shit and we're gonna sweep it under the rug. We don't give a fuck. If the motherfuckers do get court-martialed, it might be silently. It won't nobody know. But chances are they're gonna stay in the military. Just like certain cops stay on the force after doing some crazy ass shit like this. Yeah, shit wild. They shot him up. They shot him 16 times, but like it's like 20 to 30 bullet shells in the wall, in a gas main, and a couple apartment complexes. Fucking wild. But he about to go through the names, and then we're gonna go over to the next one.
Scott's family says surveillance video shows he tried to surrender.
We know that he reached the Taco Bell and he was cornered. We know he shouted out for help. We know he wanted to turn himself over to the Albuquerque Police Department. We know he surrendered.
But APD's report says that's when things escalated and Teal.
But like the thing that's puzzling is he goes up to the military gate. They check the car. They find weed. They find out his tags are expired. My question is, do the military do that? I think they do, because like they don't want no unauthorized car in their shit. So that's understandable. Now checking the car, make sure you ain't bringing shit in. That's understandable too. They catch the weed if he had it. But otherwise, if he didn't have the weed, it was planted there. But the expired tags, okay, understandable with expired tags. It's not that fucking serious. They could probably tell that man to go fix your tags and then come back, or you can't come in until your tags get fixed. But he's returning to base. So he had to have already been in and out without no problem. So chances are there was either an altercation with one of the 6 guys, if not all of them, or they just hunted him down like a dog or just wanted to kill him. Because everything happens just like sporadically. After you find out the tags or you find out about the weed, even if you had the weed, now you got to get detained. You already know this has got to happen. This is protocol. This is procedure. At least that's what I think. You're not supposed to bring weed on base. No drugs, no narcotics, none of that shit. So get detained. I guess you didn't want to get detained. You run off, but like, why did they have to shoot him in the back? They got more bullet holes in his back than anything. Y'all could have just detained him. You know, and he said he brandished the weapon. Some said he fired the weapon. Now, here's when the weapon shit happens. Fired a weapon, shot somebody. But chances are one of the military guys probably shot their own guy because they too reckless. Because like they do that on the police force. They busting at people and motherfucking hitting innocent people in cars driving past. It's like, what the fuck, dog? Niggas get that motherfucking badge or uniform and forget they training. What the fuck is going on here? But he about to say the names of these people.
Scott fired a gun at the military police, and they returned fire, shooting and killing Teal Scott. The family's attorney saying those officers fired over 30 rounds, with some bullets hitting a nearby apartment complex.
At the very least, they should have took Brown into custody. He was looking to surrender. That's all. They should have let him walk out, and they should have brought him into custody.
The attorney says they're planning civil action, adding they have not heard directly from Kirtland Air Force Base or received an apology. They say they want justice and for the officers involved to be court-martialed.
But they're not to be able to make a decision in, I don't know, 7 months. It's very disappointing and disturbing. I mean, this is our military, and we put our belief in the military.
Jessica Barron, KRQE News 13.
They recognize the public concern surrounding the events, and they say this incident is still under investigation, adding that they urge the community to avoid drawing conclusions based on, they say, preliminary accounts.
What the conclusion, nigga, roll the motherfucking cameras at? Where the motherfucking cameras at? Somebody gotta have caught this on camera somewhere. But no, nigga, the military scrub, everything. Nigga, they probably had motherfuckers pull up in military trucks and they can run them cameras. Run them cameras. Run them cameras. Nigga, we do not want us to be in a bad light, man. But like nobody done nothing about the motherfucking military guy that got fucked up by the police. All this shit is just fucking news coverage. Ain't nobody gonna do shit about this shit, man. Fuck that. Fuck that. This is horrible. This ain't no blemish on the military record, nigga. Shit, nigga, know what the military done? Our military, nigga, what? A blemish is an understatement. Nigga, we got skeletons in the closet, blood stains on our hands, on our feet, and clothes. And receipts for motherfucking shit we shipped off to motherfucking other countries. Nigga, a blemish. What? But this shit right here is bad. Fuck on.
All right, so attorney, once again, there were over 30 shots, and actually shot so many times that one of them actually hit the other. Now let's take a look at these usual suspects that assassinated this young man, shooting over 30 times, hitting him 16 times according to reports. Now this is the first assassin. His name is Jeremy Mark, and this is the second pale-face assassin, Michael the Killer Clarkson. And this is the third one, Jackson Babyface Nelson Killer Vincent. And this is the third one, Karen the Killer Chavier's. And this is the fourth one, the fifth one, excuse me, William got shot by my friends Frazier. And this is the sixth assassin, Kalima. I'm just along for the ride, Dixon, the one along Pickaninny who shot our dear black brother. So all of those 6 individuals are to blame for his death. And what makes it sad, once again, that they were colluding, trying to get their story together. Albuquerque police actually had to separate them to prevent them from making a clear-cut story. And that is why you're about to see some of the conflicting statements. Shortly after the officer's instruction, a senior NCO from the 377 Security Forces Squadron wearing civilian clothes arrived on the scene and directed all the airmen to cross the street back onto Kirtland Air Force Base, effectively removing them from civilian control investigation area. So basically, they separated them from the police. Now, the conflicting statements emerged regarding whether Teal Scott fired at the airman. Some claim he brandished the firearm and fired first. Others say they only heard a click, possibly indicating a malfunction. Teal Scott's autopsy confirmed multiple gunshot wounds, but authorities have not confirmed if he fired a weapon.
That nigga ain't fired shit or brandished any fucking thing. It's 1 on 6. You ain't John Wick. Simple as that. It's 1 versus 6. You're not John Wick. That motherfucker surrendered because at the end of the day, spire tags, but if he's returning to base, maybe he's returning to base after a long drive, or maybe they, you know, like, man, come on now. It's not that serious. Now, finding the weed, you can still surrender. Oh shit, I forgot I had that in the shit. Detain me. Put them on punishment, probation, whatever the fuck y'all do. You know, whatever. Still, ain't that serious. Nobody has to fucking die. Man, they was looking to kill this man. They ain't give a fuck if you a fucking fellow comrade of the military. And just like the police fucked with that black military guy, yanked his ass out the fucking car and shit. Man, dog, nigga. The only solution is revolution. I'm going to keep on saying that. I'm going to keep on fucking saying that. The only solution is revolution. Fuck the bullshit. I'm tired of hearing these stories. I'm tired of hearing these stories. And nobody want to motherfucking really, truly say what it is. I guess I got to say it. It's motherfucking racism. No matter if you're a fucking cop, a fucking military guy, a fucking teacher, a fucking lawyer, a fucking regular ass fucking citizen. Like Kanye West said it. Even if you got a Benz, you still a nigga in a fucking coupe. It's a wrap. So join the revolution now before it's too fucking late. Because I know the military guys already hear the stories. And they already probably giving the side eye to the 6 motherfucking individuals. Now we got law firms ready to try to go at the military. This shit is wild. The military is going to be protected. Some shit gonna happen. A family gonna get some money, and motherfuckers gonna shut the fuck up. They will keep this shit quiet. And plus, it happened in February. It's been what, like 7 months, 7, 8 months. I'm not sure, but shit, yo, nigga, anybody saying shit? Yep, professional conduct. Yep, no need for the mini bullets. For real, dog. It's like, nigga, they shot the nigga 16 times. 30 plus bullets was released. Hit a fucking gas man in an apartment complex. Like, y'all motherfuckers wildin'. This how you know they were trying to hunt the nigga down. And plus the way the bullets was in the picture, he was cornered. He was fucking cornered, nigga. They lit that whole fucking wall up, and the gas man, and the apartment complex. Like, goddamn, what happened to your military training? Supposed to be like, nigga, 2 shots to the chest, 1 in the computer. But nigga, y'all shooting this nigga in the back, you turn around, y'all shot the nigga some more. Y'all some hoes. And you wonder why I gotta hit up a military base. Allegedly. On the spook who sat by the door shit, allegedly. People of revolution, man. We did a revolution in this bitch.
And so you can best believe if he fired a weapon, they would have confirmed it. So
exactly, because the residue of gunfire will be on the motherfucker's hands for some reason. You know how the CSI do it. They'll confirm it. No, nigga, they hunted them down like a dog and murdered them.
Kudos to those police on the scene for getting them separated, because they were not supposed to be discussing what they were going to say. But they was probably in a huddle like the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles trying to quarterback this thing like Denzel in Training Day. And, you know, the lawyer made some great point. He shot him in the back. Those bullet wounds, some of those bullet wounds were in the back. of our dear brother, Mr. Till. And let me show you a couple of photos of him so we can give a very happy 28-year-old. You see, he has the eagle up there, very proud to probably serve his country. He was coming from what people are saying is a social event. And he was accosted by these military guys who are supposed to be on his team. Just take one last listen to this lawyer. We're going to end this broadcast. But once again, this is just an example of whatever you are as a black man in America, you are always the target of assassination, whether you're military, police, a regular citizen doing your job, a paramedic, lawyer, whoever, you are subject to this tyranny that we call law enforcement. Just watch.
How could it be that someone is shot in the back? How are they chased in public property? How are they shot so many times? And there's no explanation. We're not going to stand for acts like this. Breonna Teal Scott was in the Air Force station out in Kirtland Air Force Base in Albuquerque, New Mexico. He was coming back from a social event, coming onto the base. He had a run-in with some FBI officers. They wanted to search his car for potential marijuana. He got nervous. He got concerned. He ran off the base into public property. And for whatever reason, these officers chased him down. They've shot over 30 rounds, shot him in the back and killed him. And they just want to scrub it and wash it away like it never happened. We're not going to stand for it. And I think this is an opportunity for myself and the lawyers in this firm to go after the military head on. And we're now setting up camp in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We're going to do that. And we welcome the challenge, and we're going to be successful.
And we're going to be successful. Now, he's very confident, man, but dog, you're going up against the military, nigga. Good luck. Good fucking luck, bro. That's all I can say. Good luck. You better have some friends in some higher places than what the government got, like on some real shit. Because the government got backing from what? DOJ, NSA, and a guy like, yo, they be like, yo, nigga, tell the nigga to shut the fuck up and give him some money. That's what the fuck is gonna happen. The fuck is gonna happen. And the niggas ain't gonna get court-martialed or nothing. It's gonna be horrible. Pay off the family, get everybody to shut the fuck up. Don't court-martial the niggas that did it. It's wild. It's fucking wild. But it's all over the world, though.
Versus the world. That's what it seemed like. Recently, New York City elected its new mayor, Zohran Mamdani. Now, he seems like a cool dude. He kind of reminds me of Barack Obama. A lot of billionaires are against him, high-ranking elite people, so that's always a good thing. But during his witness speech, he said something kind of alarming.
New York will remain a city of immigrants, a city built by immigrants, powered by immigrants, and as of tonight, led by an immigrant.
Although he was just referring to New York, my point is going to still stand. Black Americans are never given the proper credit. We all know who really took a hand in building this country. Now, I will say maybe he didn't mean this with malice intent, or it maybe slipped his mind. This is why I feel the way I do about politics. I don't think either side have the best interest of black people. Because they were going to talk about how black people, but black Americans in specific, seem to be the most hated worldwide. Now, for one, this is not a diaspora video. I am a proud African American. Emphasis on the African, okay? I will say this though, I do understand a lot of the argument.
I'm not African, I'm not black, I'm not indigenous, I'm not native, I'm not this, I'm not that. This is why black people is arguing with each other right now on most platforms. They will trip on you for calling them black. They will trip on you for calling them indigenous. They will trip on you for calling them native. They will trip on you for saying, I'm an African. How about this, you stupid motherfuckers? How about we're prisoners of war on our own fucking land? How about that? Y'all can battle over identity politics after we done killing the fucking government. Till then, let's kill the government because y'all motherfuckers are brainwashed by the words that the powers that shouldn't be put in y'all fucking minds. They won't try to keep on arguing, fussing, fighting, and debating, joking, trolling each other, insulting each other, fighting each other, so you don't see the real fucking truth. The real truth is the government is your fucking enemy. Kill them all right now, you stupid, dumb motherfuckers. Back to the show.
Many African Americans want to just stand alone. The same way that Jamaicans do or Haitians, we just want to be Black Americans. Now, the Black American experience is very unique. The rights that our people have fought for and are continuing to fight for benefit everyone. Let's Take DEI, for example. The biggest beneficiary to that is white women. Crazy, right? And to bring back up immigrants, the reason that most of them are able to get into America is because of Black Americans. So it's just a huge slap in the face that most of these communities are anti-Black.
You know, Black Americans are the only group that fights back against white supremacy. No other group fights back against white supremacy. Every other group tries to like thread the line and like not say too much. You go through Vivek Ramaswamy's comment section, and it's just white people telling him to go back to India, that they don't want him here, calling him a G. You go through FBI Director Kash Patel's comment section on Twitter, and it's them doing the same thing, telling him to go back to India. He shouldn't be here. He shouldn't have the job. He's DEI. You know, really only like the Indians don't fight back, the Hispanics don't fight back, the Asians don't fight back.
You can tell me if it's just me, but I just been feeling like this entire year I've been finding out that literally everybody hates Black Americans, even Black people all around the world. And no shade, that's probably why our ancestors said all skin folks hate kinfolks. But at the same time, I feel like the way that people feel about us is the way they should actually feel about white people. Because we didn't do anything to you.
To start off this video, take a look at this screenshot. Why are the Latino numbers so high for Trump? Now, my personal experience with Latinos and Hispanics has been very chill for the most part. I live down south in South Carolina, so I don't experience Hispanics as often. So my experiences may be different from someone living in Texas or California.
We just discussed the animosity the Latino community has with the Black people, bro. Because to be completely honest with you, you would think that being minorities would band us together. But that's they're still acting like the Jim Crow laws are still in effect. Like, chill.
These Houston Mexicans are racist. The Houston Latino people are racist. I'm telling you, listen, I've been dealing with them for over 12, 13 years. You know what I'm saying? These folks are racist, bro.
Let me tell you, here in Texas, the amount of racism I've ever even come close to experiencing from Mexicans. When I was a dancer, when I was a stripper, the way that the clubs were so racist. There was a time I went to a club out in Texas, and the club told me that, oh, they don't hire girls like me. This is a club full of a bunch of, I would say, illegals. And they said, oh, they don't take girls like us. We should go down to the club down the street, the Black Club. Karma is beautiful. Karma is beautiful. And you know what's funny? I went by that club a couple days ago. It's empty. It's empty. Even though the racism applied to me, I still voted against all the shit. I voted against it. And guess what they did? Voted to hurt me.
Coming from a Hispanic, you know, Puerto Rican, Dominican, or whatever, right? Hispanic people, they racist as fuck, bro. In my family, I'm the only one that got this texture hair. Like, I remember as a kid, like, I love my uncle, but he crazy. But I remember my uncle as a kid telling me, oh, like, you got that peasy hair and shit like that. Because everybody in my family got that slick shit, that, you know what I'm saying? So I'm always thinking, I'm like, all right, my hair peasy, my hair bad. And that's until I met my wife. And she taught me about, you know, hair textures. Now I'll be going down memory lane and shit. I'm like, damn, my family really used to be racist as shit.
This isn't surprising to me. The whole entire world is anti-Black. And this is because of colorism. Mexico was colonized by white Spaniards. And the closer you were to whiteness, the better. So, I mean, I get it.
A lot of people don't understand when I say that Mexicans are culturally racist. Part of our culture is to frown upon dark-skinned people. It's been passed down to us by the Spaniards, by the colonizers, by the people that conquered us, taught us that dark skin is inferior, light skin is superior.
Now, the next minority I want to discuss is the Asian American community. I already did a video on my second channel talking about the pygmy Asian epidemic.
No, don't get me wrong. Everybody want me to stay in one spot. No, we're going around the world with it. I'm not just staying in one spot. I take this shit around the world. You know, this is international news. Let's go.
Because a lot of them, they love that white validation of white gaze. But we do got to talk about the very much anti-Blackness within the Asian community.
Why don't you like us Black people? Non-American Asians always gave me the cold shoulder. American Asians were cool, and I often hang out with them. Are they just not used to us?
Partially.
Sad to say, but I know that there's anti-Blackness very much so in a lot of Asian American communities. And obviously, unfortunately, anti-Blackness is global. And I think like
it's a very long historical answer.
Yeah.
Some of it has to do with not being used to it. Okay, so colonization happened throughout the whole world, and white colonizers took over Asia, Africa, all the other continents, and with that came the belief of anti-Blackness that was instilled upon all of these communities. Now, once those colonizations ended, we're left with this homogenized community. They don't know anyone who don't look like they're all white, all Asian, South Asian, whatever it may be. And then all of a sudden you fast forward to having technology, and Western media, is again controlled by whiteness, is pushing out this message of that Black communities are gangsters, do this, they do that.
And then that media gets pushed out into the world in the form of movies and TV shows. And now you take this homogenized community who has learned anti-Blackness through colonization and stuff like that, on top of the fact that it's then mixed with people who are learning about these races for the first time through fictionized television that is controlled by white media. And then you have this biased look. So when they meet Black people for the first time, they're having to reconcile what they have been essentially brainwashed into thinking versus then trying to figure out what that means when they meet you and they're like, but you're not any of these things.
This claim, unsupported by facts, is the result of a well-funded misinformation campaign scapegoating Black people for anti-Asian violence. The president, who spread anti-Asian rhetoric that led to the increase in anti-Asian violence, not Black. Robert Aaron Long, not Black. The guy in New York City who attacked 7 Asian American women in one afternoon, not Black. We are done listening to oppressors tell lies about the people whom they oppress. And while Asian Americans did experience the greatest percent increase in hate crimes, do you know who experienced the greatest increase in incidents of hate crime during that same period of time? Black people.
The anime community can be pretty racist. And that's not just coming from like Black cosplayers getting comments like, oh, this character isn't Black. But even within the representations of Black or darker-skinned people in anime. For example, this, whatever the fuck this is, this, the list goes on.
There was recently an incident that happened on TikTok where an Asian woman, actually she was mixed with white, so she was a mixed Asian woman, and she was discussing how whenever she goes to, you know, an Asian grocery store, she side off the white people.
I really am a nice person, but I can't stop myself from giving snark to the white people at Asian grocery stores. I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. I can't stop doing it. Like, I just side eye every time I see you there. What are you doing here?
As a young Black man, I understood her. It's the same sentiment that I say all the time. It's ghetto or it's cool until a white person does it. With us, you know, our rap music is always demonized. The way we dress is demonized. But then when they do it, it's trendy, it's cool. This is the same way a lot of Asians feel. Throughout history, they always made fun of them, saying, oh, they're eating cats and dogs, they're doing this and that. Now you want to go shop at their stores and eat like them. Okay, I understand your pain. But like expected, y'all, some of the biggest Asian creators on TikTok came out and defended they white people.
I just saw this hideous video by this Asian American content creator who basically confessed that she side eyes and judges any non-Asian patrons when she goes to whatever version of Asian grocery store she visits. I find this content to be so freaking tone deaf and disgusting.
I can't tell if you were just joking, but you should take this down immediately. The thing is, we all are foreigners in other people's spaces too, which means that we all experience feeling like a fish out of water.
Like I stated, I'm not Asian and I feel where she was coming from. You know, seeing those other creative videos kind of enraged me. I'm like, bro, stop tap dancing for them folks. I
stand with H-Mart Girl. I stand with side-eyeing white people who come into Asian spaces after spending decades, i.e. my entire childhood, watching them make fun of my food. Some of the big Asian creators who are like piling onto that girl, they be married to white men. They got that white man by making themselves small. Bringing him to dim sum, bringing him to the community center, bringing him to Chinese school.
I kind of roll my eyes even more at these creators because one of them has a white husband, the other one mostly dates white people, and the third one's unknown. So already, right off the bat, I'm like, okay, I don't know if you can speak on this issue because you are already a little bit biased, and I'm sure you want your husband safe. 5 minutes of being stared at in the grocery store, you will never be oppressive to white people. I think that's the nuance that all these creators are missing. I don't know why they're acting in arms like this is the most oppressive thing that we as people of color could possibly do to white people in a grocery store. And to say that we have to be super accepting, I'm not saying that white people can't shop at H-Mart. I'm just saying we don't need to celebrate that they are willing to shop at H-Mart. We don't need to celebrate that they're open-minded and want to try a new culture. They can just do that and exist. We don't need to give them validation because that is the lowest bar for white pandering that I've ever seen.
Once all these minorities realize, bro, that no matter how much you ride, no matter how much you tap dance, no matter how much you bootleg, they'll never see you in the same light as them. Let's take example for our next community we're going to discuss, the Indian community or Southeast Asians. Now, Indians live in America.
Get the passport.
They are great. They make the most money, have the lowest crime rate. Yet, still in 2025, they face a lot of racism.
Indian racism has actually gone too far. And what if I told you it was coming from little kids in elementary schools? If you guys didn't know, I worked as a part-time coding teacher where I would go to different schools, host after-school programs, and teach kids how to code. Pretty sure the students assumed I was white or Mexican because they would always talk to me in Spanish and I would not understand it. I ended up telling them that I was Indian and I was actually born in India. Their first reaction was being surprised and they said, no way. Their second reaction was going on their laptop, searching out the Indian street food and showing it to me and asking me, is Is this the food in your country? Mister, did you eat this when you were in India? Their third reaction was going on the internet and playing that fucking, you know the song I'm talking about, right? And for the rest of the class, I lost their focus. I couldn't get them back together because they were just messing around. Even after calling the coordinator, they kept messing around and, you know, doing the same shit over and over.
I got hate crimed and physically assaulted last night for being Indian, and I want to talk about it. I went to dinner with my friends last night. At the table sitting next to us were two couples that were absolutely
Real talk. The chick that's talking is beautiful as shit. Like, damn.
wasted when their food was delivered to them by the waiter. One of the girls knocked the food out of the waiter's hands, and words were being thrown around, which was crazy because there was not a single Black person in sight. She then starts yelling at me, saying racist things about me being Indian,
What up,
calling me the N-word. She walks up to me, punches me in the head twice, and then takes me by the hair, starts pulling my hair out of my scalp, holding me down. Every example of any person that looks like me fighting back flooded my brain, and I was genuinely too afraid. After 3 years of therapy, this
Yo, recording me? No, I'm on live stream.
Fucking hell. Right next to Black people, Indians get the worst racism in my opinion. Most Indians have darker skin. I've seen Indians the same color as me or like even darker than me. So because anti-Blackness is so global and colorism is global, the racism towards Indians is rampant. Now with this being the case, I feel like Indians and Black people should be closer or tight-knit, but that's not the case.
So whether this is within the country of India, or whether this is when Indian people immigrate to any part of the world, whether it be on the African continent, in North America, South America, wherever. And again, I'm not saying every single Indian person, but I'm talking about Indian people generally, our society, our culture, the belief systems that Indian people hold, etc. Indian people are extremely, extremely racist, especially towards Black people.
So what's your name? Nan? Can I see your ID or something? You can call the police, or I can call the police. Can I see your ID? Yeah. Let me see your ID.
Yeah, like this video, like I know like this was floating around. Yeah, probably caught there was a Black guy just walked through his neighborhood, some Indian guy come out of nowhere and talk about they can ask for his ID, telling his wife to call the police. I was like, man, nigga, I would have knocked that nigga head off. He would have been laying down. He would have been laying down in that fucking grass or halfway on the grass. I probably would have curb stomped him just to say fuck it. Allegedly. All in front of his wife. It's like, nigga, how dare you just pop up out of nowhere, talk about I'm not from this neighborhood, see my ID. Like, who the fuck do you think you is? Now, to me, that's a form of gang stalking. And it's a form of harassment. And two, you get your motherfucking head knocked off. You're going to sleep. For real, for real. For real.
Can I show your ID and I'll take out my ID? Let me take out your ID and I'm going to take out my ID. Okay, let's, can you take my phone? No, let's call the police. Give me your phone. Let's call the police. Yeah. I'm in my own neighborhood where I live at, working in my neighborhood by my house, and I have this man asking me, do I live here? Yes. And what's your name? Dude, I'm going to start a civil lawsuit right now. That's what I'm going to do. Absolutely. You got to do it, man. But I want. What's your name, man? Because I'm walking in the neighborhood where I live at, and I'm getting harassed. No, but I'm not necessarily playing it. But we can make off of the clock. Yes. Bring my phone. I don't have my phone. Get my phone. Come with me and get the phone. Get my phone. Because this guy will escape, by the way. Get my phone. Get my phone. Come with me. Get my phone now, please. You see this man right here? I'm going to keep him a distance back. He's steady walking up on me like this. Y'all see this? Yep. I know that this is not your house. This time my house, I live in the neighborhood. You don't got it. You don't live in this neighborhood. You don't know where I live at, sir. You can't tell me where I live at. I'm not going to pull out my ID and show you where I live at. I know you live right here, and I live in this neighborhood.
The conversation would have never got that far. I would have knocked his motherfucking head off. Real shit.
You have a blessed day, sir. No, you have a blessed day, sir. You bitch. You got me next to me. I'm going to talk about it. If you can, bitch, you been doing with your fake ass highlights. I don't bitch.
Also, as of recently, Twitter had a new update. You can now see the country that these Twitter accounts are from. And guess what? Some of the biggest / white supremacy pages were from non-white people.
It is freaking out right now because Twitter, which prefers to identify as X, released this new feature in which you could actually see the country of origin of an account. And it's now being revealed that a lot of these MAGA accounts out there with hundreds of thousands of followers that have a big influence online are actually based in other countries. The way my jaw stayed in place. So I can literally
I covered that too. Most all these MAGA racist motherfuckers come from foreign countries. Crazy work. But here's what also should make a content creator upset. This is who you got to battle with. Like, this is your competition. If you want to be a content creator, you got to battle bots, foreign people acting like MAGA, right-wing politics, fruitcake activity, and AI videos. We got to fight against 5 different entities. Oh, yeah, 6. The algorithm. You see why I can't wait to leave YouTube? This is why I'm dropping a shitload of music, because at the end of the day, all it takes is one motherfucking hit. Did y'all see my new video? That motherfucker about to be at 2,000 views. Shouts out to y'all. Thank y'all for listening to it. Thank y'all for passing it around. That's a hot ass track. That's a hot ass motherfucking track I made. You know what I'm saying? All it takes is one motherfucking hit. That shit motherfucking got more views than most of my motherfucking videos. As a matter of fact, it got more views than all my videos probably put together, probably. On some real shit. This shit almost had 2 G's. You know what I'm saying? It's called Feeling Good. But yeah.
go through like 1,000 of these accounts, but I'll show you just a few. Like this account,
Salute
America
to the
First
OG.
Verified. Well, turns out this account is based in Bangladesh. How about America Man, based in Indonesia? What about Maga Nadine over here? Oh, it's probably some dude based in Morocco. Okay, Mary Tiles, Texas. You sure post a lot of pro-MAGA stuff online. Oh, wait, you're from Russia? Interesting. Like I said, I could keep going and going. Nigeria. This is a major account that always gets Elon Musk's attention. This is based in India. It's the Ivanka Trump fan account based in Nigeria. This big MAGA account is based in Papua New Guinea. This one's from Serbia. For MAGA Trump 2028, Nigeria. MAGA Coin, Thailand. MAGA Beacon, South Asia. MAGA Nation, Eastern Europe. Aaron Trump News, Eastern Europe.
Like, these pages are really part of the propaganda of why a lot of people feel the way they feel about black people. And with me seeing these accounts from Nigeria, it's like, damn, even other black people hate them.
It's fucking crazy. Foreigners making racist accounts to fuel the propaganda against my people. Nigga, this is diabolical. These are the same foreigners that's calling your phone every day with these scam calls. Same motherfuckers.
Black Americans. No one, and I mean no one does anti-blackness better than a black immigrant, like a black person from the Caribbean or a black person from Africa or wherever else in the world that does it like African Americans. No one. It's not even funny anymore. I'm legit concerned because they be the greatest coons. Like they'll say the most out-of-pocket, outlandish stereotypes or negative thing about African Americans, and I have to think to myself, where did this come from? Who told you this information? How do you know this? And it's even crazy because sometimes you'll find people that haven't even been to America, has never encountered an African American in their lives saying these things. And it's crazy because the way they talk about African Americans, you would think African Americans are the furthest demographic from them, right? Put a black immigrant that can't stand African Americans on the phone and you'll be talking to a nationalist. Oh, they're lazy. Oh, they're thieves. This is what they do. They're criminals. This is what white people say about you.
I feel like it's the media's fault. The way they portray Africa, you know what I'm saying, in teepees and huts, that's how we see Africans. And then the way they see black Americans is violence, gangs. So it's already a disconnect.
African immigrants do not view racism the same way as black Americans because we were looking at it from 2 completely different perspectives. Africans grew up in majority black nation, black culture, black leadership, and black everything being the norm on a day-to-day basis. It's not the core part of their identity because everyone is majority black when they look around. Black is the default. Off rip, they are not looking at things through a racial lens. But Black people in America look at everything through a racial lens because we are the minority in a country that was built off of our oppression. The entire system was designed not only to exclude us, but to capitalize off of that exclusion. So systemic oppression is the struggle that Black Americans are dealing with on the home front. Struggles that people are dealing with in Africa are due to a failing or underdeveloped system. Poverty, corruption, lack of opportunity, economic instability, which is really the legacy of colonialism and neocolonialism. So in their minds, they see America as having a functioning system. They see America as full of opportunity compared to back in Africa. So they come here and they focus on individual advancement, where Black Americans see the system as being historically and currently rigged against us. We are not immigrants. We are people from whom system was explicitly built to oppose.
That's it for this video, man. If you are a minority, drop your thoughts down below.
Yep. What was wrong? And yet I make this content and they call me racist. No, man, this is the fucking truth. This shit goes on all over the fucking world. This is what we deal with. Foreigners posing as racist white people to fuel the propaganda. And they call my phone every 5-10 fucking minutes. The scam likely ass motherfuckers. For real, for real. Now, y'all heard about the National Guards getting popped? I think I told y'all my theory. It's either a motherfucking psyop or somebody was listening to my music. I think I said that show a Bearded Conversation, John. It was like, yo, dog, I think it's a psyop. You know, but maybe it's to fuel the joke, you know, but maybe it could be a fucking psyop. Because you know why? And I waited for the update on this. I waited. It's just like, what more information do you have to hear to know that your government ain't shit? And the alphabet boys ain't shit either. What more information that you have to hear to realize that MK Ultra is still popping? It's probably just under another fucking name. But I figured this was going to happen. The shit I'm about to play right now. This is breaking news right now. I didn't have it pre-recorded, so we about to listen to this together.
The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
There you go.
So you know that there was the tragedy of the two National Guards men that were shot by a crazy wackadoo, they say, right?
You have the jokes, by the way.
Yeah, crazy wackadoo. But guess what? Genghis Khan says, let me predict how this plays out. This is from September 8th. Okay? Let me predict how this plays out like the futurist I am. There will be a big gunfight. Okay. There will be infiltrators from the CIA/Mossad who will kill multiple National Guard. They will pose as gangbangers. They will be used as justification for martial law and disarmament.
Talk about that most of the time in some of my shits. It's like, yo, let me give my predictions. Because it's either that or they use this incident to talk about gun control and pass a motherfucking gun law or bill. Like it's either or. And plus, every time they motherfucking catch a so-called mass killer, it's always a manifesto somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, come on. This is not predicting the fucking future. That's just a sarcastic joke. This is following patterns. That's it. We're not seeing the fucking future. We're using our common sense, critical thinking, comprehension skills, and knowing pattern recognition. Just like empires, all the empires that have failed throughout history, they failed because of the monetary system, not revolution, not war, not fucking famine, not no goddamn divine intervention from up or down. Always the monetary system. Only reason why nobody ain't saying shit now because it's not publicized. But guess what? This empire has failed a long time ago. And if anybody say this bitch is collapsing, well, it's a controlled collapse. Each floor is burning slowly until it reached the base. But they still not caring about the casualties that die along the way. Bars.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yo, good luck with disarming, man. I think that's a tall order.
Okay, so I just want everybody to sit down and buckle up because I don't want this to shock you.
Thank you.
But it turns out that the Afghan national who shot those National Guardsmen was a CIA asset.
Oh,
I know it sounds crazy.
Wow.
Come on,
Glenn.
I know.
No way. He was a CIA asset that shot the National Guard. Oh my God. No way. It just can't be. Nigga, we already knew this was a psyop. Anybody that fuck with my channel when I mention these type of motherfucking cases, I already know where my head is at. I keep the conspiracy theory snapped back on. Cock that bitch to the right, press a couple buttons, raise the antenna. Beep, 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 beep. Everything's a fucking psyop. Now shot 2 National Guardsmen. Come on now. And he's a CIA. Oh my God. MK Ultra. Or maybe it was a rogue, but either way it go. What the fuck is gonna happen next, man? I'm ready for Project Bluebeam. I'm tired of this boring ass shit. This stage is horrible. This show on the world stage is horrible. It's horrible. It's the same old shit. Different pile. Same shit, different pile of motherfuckers. Some of these motherfuckers is old enough to see different stages. Man, somebody need to pop these motherfuckers.
Come on, Mr. Everything is a conspiracy. The time. So this is what happened. Judge halts Trump's deployment of National Guard in Washington, D.C. That was November 20th. Boom. 2 National Guardsmen injured in Washington, D.C. shooting November 26th. Wow. The timing's perfectly normal for this to happen just as the country wakes up to actual oligarch hand around the world's throat. Ow. So there it is.
I got this weird lighter.
I don't got premium. I'm on my other phone. I have to put the Bluetooth on the other phone. And plus, you're gonna have to give this goddamn skip. What the fuck? I'm pressing the skip button. What the fuck? Just that bullshit. I'm getting all these other notifications for what?
Here is Genghis Khan goes on. He says, so here we have Pam Bondi confirming because the 2 National Guardsmen got shot in Washington, D.C., the Trump administration will be flooding as many American cities as possible with the military. Cities that have zero to do with the shooting. Are you awake yet? Let's listen.
Yeah. Are you awake yet? Now we about to motherfucker just do this martial law shit just because it's, just to create a bogus incident to justify martial law. It's like, what the fuck? I'm telling you this, you ain't gonna take me alive. You bitches ain't taking me alive. You bitches ain't taking me alive. You think I don't see what the fuck going on here?
Working hand in hand with Secretary Noem, Homeland Security. Director Patel has already arrested 500 suspected terrorists since January 20th. We're working hand in hand with Pete Hegseth. And yes, we are bringing in our National Guard to every city we possibly can. Who needs our help? And that's a lot of them. We're tied up, as you know, in a lot of...
Who needs our help? None of these cities that y'all bringing it to needs your help. Some of these mayors and governors was coming out telling you, get the fuck out. It's like, come on, man. And plus, if anybody don't know shit about totalitarianism and authoritarianism, look it up. We're going through it. But no, y'all, no. All right. Okay, cool. We need another Bacon's Rebellion, y'all.
hearings right now. These young men and women in the Guard, they want to help our country. They want to be here. They are patriots. Yet they
help the country from what? From you and your motherfucking evil ass motherfucking order followers? It's fucking crazy. Don't give a fuck about the American people, and they don't give a fuck about killing their own, the motherfucking create a motherfucking psyop war or a proxy war or whatever fucking war. But it's all a psychological covert war.
will not be attacked by a radical Islamic terrorist who screams by reports, Ali Akbar, before shooting 2 of our Guard members and almost killing more.
Oh my God. You know, if you don't know your history, you're doing repeated. I can't believe she actually said that shit. I can't believe she actually said that shit. Allah Akbar.
So here you have it. Here he is. That's the guy. By the way, did I reference Laurel and Hardy? I'm sorry, I meant Mo Howard and the Three Stooges. Because that's
what is it with that haircut and MK Ultra Mind Slaves, dude? What is it that the shooters have this bowl haircut? What is going on? Is that the bowl that they program you with? Like
I'm surprised he didn't shoot his barber.
About 3 shooters. 3 shooters I said that about, you know?
Hey, recent immigrants to America, how would you like to serve your... So this guy was trained by the CIA. And he was in
a death squad.
He was in a death squad.
Yeah.
That they went out and committed atrocities. And he was a member of them since he was a kid, since I think he was 15 years old, for 10 years.
God damn, this shit goes back to Metal Gear with the child soldiers. God damn. God damn. Nigga, since 15, became a member of a CIA death squad. Nigga, that's the type of shit I used to hear in movies in the 80s and 90s. A death squad. The CIA death squads. They're killers. They go around the world just killing people. Under the orders of the government. Starts Friday. Death squad. A 15-year-old boy gets kidnapped from his family. Get tortured and brainwashed into becoming the greatest killer of all time. CIA death squads. Rated R. Starts Friday. Yeah, bullshit like that. But yet, it's just a movie. It's just a TV show. It's just a best-selling novel. Or like some motherfuckers gonna put their motherfucking heads in and say, I don't hear it. I don't hear it. Okay. And when they kick in your fucking door, then what?
Right. Yeah.
So they got him young. Yeah. They had him traumatized because they had him commit all these atrocities. And if you know anything about the MK Ultra and how they mind control you, they use your trauma to do that.
Well, you don't have to believe bad things about America, Jimmy. I'm not disloyal. Think of African child soldiers. They would make them kill people. They make them kill their parents and smile while they do it to break them. So don't think of it as something your good country did. Think of it as something Africans do. If that helps you get your head around the evil of what runs you.
Hey, recent immigrants to America, how would you like to serve your brand new country by joining the National Guard, make money, a school degree, and finally have power over everyone who hates you for being here? And we give you a gun legally.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Wait, that sounds like ICE recruiting more than even.
Yeah.
Guys, if you're feeling the effects of a swollen prostate, don't wait for it to get worse.
Of a fucked up ad, and you're tired of seeing this shit every 5 or 10 minutes, get the fuck off of YouTube.
Mad about the crimes he committed in Afghanistan. If he's a kid and they've been using him since he was 15, I'll bet you he's much like Ryan Routh.
That's right.
In fact, I think he comes up in this, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Attorney General Pam Bondi says we are bringing in our National Guard into every city we possibly can in the wake of the CIA-linked Afghan shooter in D.C. last week. The Solari report, you remember her, Catherine Austin Fitz, used to work inside the Bush administration, and she's now turned a truth teller about all the corruption inside the government. She says Pam Bondi describes the shooter who worked for the U.S. government for 10 years in Afghanistan and then brought into the United States by the U.S. government and just happened to shoot and kill a National Guardsman right after a court ordered the National Guard out of Washington. Bondi announces that the National Guard will now invade urban America in time for the 2026 election.
Oh, urban America. You know when they say urban, that means black communities, right? They love speaking in code. But when you motherfucking be up on game, you already know what it is. You already fucking know what it is. In time for the 2026 election. Y'all motherfuckers know Their revolution in the air, and lots of bullets everywhere. We gonna be taking your life. Told you, dog. If we can't eat, we will eat the rich. And if you motherfucking alphabet boys, or you National Guards, or you military, anybody get in my fucking way. Tomorrow might be the last year I'll be on YouTube. Who knows? Who fucking knows? But god damn it, I got still some more music to drop. I got a lot of more music to drop. I got a lot more music. I think probably got maybe like 3 more projects before I get the fuck on up out of here. 3 more projects. And then it's gonna be time to start creating revolutionary projects in real time. Bang, motherfucker.
So,
well, they're disarmed, so yeah, maybe it'll work, huh?
Yeah, maybe it will. So, this guy, Dr. Alex Zek, had a great. He says, so a Muslim, former CIA contractor from Afghanistan, shoots 2 National Guardsmen who were deployed to D.C., shoots them in the head. By the way, those 2 guardsmen not on board with that mission. I saw the one dead guardsman boyfriend was talking, saying that was not on board for that mission. Right after the Trump administration normalizes military presence in cities, invests $500 billion towards AI infrastructure. Imagine if they did $500 billion towards our actual infrastructure.
I wouldn't dare.
Imagine if they gave us actual high speed. Imagine if we had the stuff that China has. Just imagine that. Healthcare. Anyway, allocates $1 billion towards the TSA surveillance upgrades with biometric checkpoints and facial scans. We're turning into China without the cool stuff.
We're turning into China without the cool shit.
Gadgets.
What's that?
None of the gadgets, and without even the fairness of the Interior Ministry.
That's right.
There's no human Chinese touch like they have in China with their commie thing.
We don't get healthcare. We don't get high-speed trains. We don't get the flying cars. We don't get anything. We certainly don't get accountability in government. $46 billion for border infrastructure with AI towers and remote video monitoring. $6 billion for genetic-based identity tracking. By the way, they're doing all this while they're cutting your healthcare.
Thank you.
As they cut your healthcare. $450 million to militarize local law enforcement with inspection towers. $250 million for counter drone tracking. Postures towards digital ID.
God damn! Postures towards digital ID. There we go. Same shit going on in the UK. They just love to bring it over here. These motherfuckers are diabolical. Hashtag, I can't wait to become a hacker. For real. Because they're going to push our backs against the wall. If you want privacy, you might as well find you a hacker friend. I got to start learning now. Then a hurricane says that you're going to be a hacker. We gotta watch him closely. Yep, watch me closely and watch the whole lights go out. With a push up a cell phone. Watch dogs, bitch. Watch dogs.
Etc. Whether it's real, staged, or somewhere in the between, it's also perfectly in line with the technocratic biosurveillance agenda, and fear of radical Islam and illegals is the perfect psychological cover to get liberty-minded Americans to cheer for their own digital prison.
But there's 3 million plus in the UK. Shout out to Vanta from the UK, my UK correspondent. 3 million plus over there saying, fuck this digital ID shit. The fuck you need to know my every move? What the fuck you need to know who the fuck I am and where I'm going? No. Fuck that. You got my passport, you got my birth certificate, you got my fucking state ID. Like, bitch, this is me. I'm already in the system. What the fuck you need to know everything else, man? Bitch. 3 million over there, 3 million plus.
Eyes of national security.
It's not as good as they think it is, I must say, Jimmy. And as a guy who was there for 9/11, and you could have emotionally moved me with radical Islam closer to back then. But now, Mamdani won in New York. Even if he's a phony, he won for a reason. The radical Islam thing isn't as good of a tag. It's not the communism of today, the way they think it is, you know?
Yes.
Are you looking to...
God damn. I might not play the whole thing. God damn, all these goddamn notifications.
Hey, the way they think it is, you know?
Yes. People think that this, it's just so funny that they do. They think the CIA, the Trump administration, the Pentagon, Pete Hegseth, the FBI, like somehow they're on our side.
Yeah,
That's
the
just
figurehead,
funny.
yeah, the mascot Pete Hegseth, who's not in charge of anything. I can't remember the name of the guy. It's a Zyocon name, but that's the real guy. These are all fronts. That's why they get AOCs and Mom Doms.
That's right.
They get actors.
That's right.
Actors.
So I just want to remind everybody, a false flag is a horrific staged event blamed on a political enemy and used as a pretext to start a war or enact draconian laws in the name of national security.
Yep.
So as soon as this happened, you had all the people still loyal to Trump and not to MAGA. The people who are loyal to Trump and not to the country, which is totally different. Being loyal to Trump is being in a cult. You're supposed to be loyal to the policies that Trump ran on, which he's not following through on any of them. And so Trump has been turning his back on MAGA left and right. So a horrific staged event blamed on a political. So the reason I said this was because immediately after the shooting, all those people who are loyal to Trump and not the country were doing videos and tweeting out how we got the left. This is the Democrats rhetoric that inspired this nut.
Yeah, I think they're loyal to Israel and not Trump, by the way.
That's right. And as soon as they found out that it was a guy that the CIA trained, they switched from that and they went to, oh my God, we got to get these jihadists out of our country. It's these Muslim jihadists.
Yeah. And this is the same conservatives complaining about how we left our buddies that fought alongside us back there.
By the way,
this is one of them buddies.
And this guy was allowed into the country by Joe Biden and then given asylum by Donald Trump in April.
Yeah. It's bipartisan. That's how you know Trump sucked Bill Clinton's dick. That's how you know it's true.
A false flag is a horrific staged event blamed on a political enemy and used as a pretext to start a war or enact draconian laws in the name of national security.
Yeah. You know they get you the best? Remember Y2K, the panics going up to Y2K about that they didn't do a decimal they should have done and it's going to end civilization. And then it was anticlimactic. Nothing happened. But then what did happen? 9/11. So they get your anticipation up like a good horror movie or something. Get your anticipation up. Oh, like that, and then jump scare. And that's how you control crowds of cows.
Now, what we've learned through the Charlie Kirk assassination is that you can see where people are doing Google searches and what they're searching for. And it's very helpful, revelatory into what's actually the game that's being played. And so this is the same thing. So the guy who killed those the CIA asset who killed the two National Guardsmen in Washington, D.C., someone was looking him up on Google before the shooting.
Yeah. I just want to point out, because everybody keeps forgetting, this pattern goes back to 2000.
Someone was looking him up on Google before the shooting. Wow. How the fuck you come across those stats? Like, Jesus. Just like the motherfucker walked away from the Charlie Kirk incident, got on the phone talking about Charlie is down way before the trigger even got pulled and shit. Like, yo. Is Charlie Kirk even dead? No one want to think about my shit. Nobody want to go to my Charlie Kirk video. They be like, okay, motherfuckers, if y'all didn't see no exit wound or entry wound go to the neck, but he still got popped, then guess what? He got shot in the fucking head on the side of it. Now, have y'all also heard of a blood squib? A blood squib is some shit that you put on your body and it imitates a gunshot and an impact wound. They use it in movies and in theater. Yeah, they got these other shooters out there, make the gunshot. This nigga got the blood squib. Let's put up the fucking narrative and create a confusing ass story. Like, yo, the world is a stage.
4 at least. I've sent you the files. Some fan, when I said someone should look into all the shootings, sent me it, and it's all the shooters you heard of. That has happened, all of them. And then his searches went up from sending it to me in Tel Aviv, and so did mine.
So here is breaking thread. The DC Guardsman shooting isn't adding up. Shooter Ramanallah Lakwana, I don't know how you say his name, CIA-backed Kandahar Strike Force vet,
Lockenwall.
ambushed two unnamed guardsmen at 2:15 Eastern time yesterday, yelling Allah Akbar. Critical, but he's still alive. But Google Trends, his name spiked in DC at 2:24 a.m., 84 interests. And then at 3:28 a.m., 100, and bam, hours before the shots were fired. For knowledge, we need to subpoena the IPs. Well, here's what Laura Logan says, or Lara Logan. She says the spike in searches of this person's name in the hours before the attack means the people who knew this was going to happen were searching to see if he had completed his task yet.
Yep.
A known CIA asset who was a trained member of a covert unit of assassins. Make no mistake, whether he came to the U.S. on an SIV visa or a humanitarian parole, he has a sponsor, he has a handler, and a detailed dossier. They know exactly who he is. The question is, who was he working for on this operation?
Yep.
And just to let you know, more confirmation that he was CIA. CIA confirms that the DC National Guard shooter worked for the secret U.S.-backed death squad called 0 Unit 03 in Kandahar, conducting nocturnal operations. His childhood friend in Coast confirms he was addicted to drugs and disturbed by the pointless killing that he inflicted.
Right. So that's why I don't believe that backstory. I think that he's a programmed Manchurian guy, like
Now, if this is willing to come out, then yeah, take that shit with a grain of salt. But you still fuck with the CIA in another way. We call it the MK Ultra way. All this death squad shit since 15, and now you on drugs because because of all the kills you did, but yet you still on the team, nigga. Like once they know you on drugs, because you got to get evaluations before every mission. Fuck the bullshit, nigga. You know they gotta know if you fucking capable of completing the mission. You're either gonna kill the wrong person or kill one of your teammates or kill your fucking self in the field. We're not having that. We can't have no drugs. So it's just like Metal Gear say, if everything is a lie, where do you find the truth? And old girl was like, the truth is hidden inside the lies. What are the key words are you hearing? Death Squad, CIA. Yeah. MK Ultra.
Like all of them, because the thing of, oh, what did I do? Well, you would think he would take it out on himself, wouldn't you? But shooting two random people that weren't there doesn't make any sense.
Right.
I know they're offering that as a thing, but I don't buy it.
You're getting ready to go on Medicare.
This is like ad number 5. But we're almost done with this.
Here's what Sumi says. The shooter's identity is out and the scandal lands squarely on Washington. The man who opened fire near the White House wasn't some foreign terrorist like the media rushed to imply. He was an Afghan soldier who spent 10 years fighting for the United States, evacuated in 2021 aboard American military planes, trained, armed, and funded by U.S. Special Operation Forces at the Kandahar base. In other words, the man they're now calling a national security threat is 100% American-made product.
Of course.
A leftover of America's disastrous war in Afghanistan. The U.S. recruited him, they trained him, they brought him into the U.S., and now the U.S. pretends to be the victim. Recruited.
What's crazy is his life could be a fucking movie. His life could be a movie. Picture this. Starts Friday. A 15-year-old boy kidnapped by the CIA. Tortured and trained to be a psycho killer. He wakes up from his mind control and goes after the people that fucked his life up. Yo, this shit is awesome. Pop 2 National Guard members. Pop, pop. Now his face is all over the news. But he don't care. He don't give a fuck. He's going after the people that took his life away. CIA death squads. Or CIA death squads, MK Ultra. What the fuck is going on with this motherfucking title? Part 3 starts Friday. Rated TV MA in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
At age 15 to kill for the CIA assigned to a death squad run by top drug lords in Afghanistan, soul-destroying, murdering innocents on behalf of a pedophile heroin cartel, then brought to live in the alienated hell world of late capitalist America with predictable results. Well said.
It is, but wrong. No, I don't think that you necessarily do that because not everybody pops off like that. I think he's a child assassin asset that they could activate with the internet.
That's what I think.
With a phone call.
Yeah, I think that. He's
I
not
like the phone call thing. Like once a nigga pick up the phone, a nigga say Pringle can, and a nigga turn to a killer. Nigga pick up the phone, be like grapefruit, and a nigga activate and go kill somebody. I'm talking about the shit is so crazy. I'm talking about you forget who the fuck you are and become a full-fledged killer. A killer, dog. A killer. Who remember Jacked Up with Busy Ball? That nigga, that shit was hilarious. It's wild, man. Y'all remember the movie Long Kiss Goodnight? Gina Davis, Samuel Jackson. I gotta you can go to My Matrix versus Reality and go all the way down to Truth Hidden in Plain Sight. And it talks about 9/11 and the plot of 9/11. Way before 9/11 even happened. A Long Kiss Goodnight came out in the 90s. And why did I bring that up? Oh yeah, I brought it up because Gina Davis' character is an assassin. She's an assassin. But something happened on the mission. I guess she lost her memory. Now she's living it up. She's living up as a good woman, or like a mother, family life, and everything. She don't get her memories back until motherfuckers find out who she is and where she at, and blast at her ass. And and all the memories come back and shit. But Sam Jackson was in it too. And you know what they called it? They called it a fucking fundraiser. Blow up some shit, get some funding, go to war with a motherfucking country, and make some more motherfucking money. They called it a fundraiser. Innocent people gotta die. Grimy. And I think I heard it a couple times growing up. But they said this shit in the 90s. Look up Long Kiss Goodnight starring Gina Davis and Samuel Jackson. It's a good fucking movie, too. Good fucking movie. Real shit. They were talking about there was no good female representation in movies. Man, go back to Long Kiss Goodnight. Shit, man. Gina Davis was hot. You know what I'm saying? I ain't like her in Beetlejuice because she looked at like an 80s mom shit, But Long Kiss Goodnight. She was hot. She was hot. She went in that mirror and started cutting her hair. And she put that killer instinct back in her eyes. I'm like, yeah, bitch, you about to go kill a nigga. Kill a motherfucker.
Think that?
No, he's saying like, oh, he snapped because
he's saying okay.
But that still doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, right. So he goes on to say 0 Unit 03 was headed by Ahmad Wali Karzai, a highly paid CIA thug who ran the drug trade in Kandahar. The DC shooter was basically a Sicario. Now, a Sicario, that's a assassin or a hitman.
Killer, yeah.
Yeah. So he was basically a hitman for the biggest drug cartel in history.
I know. Not really seen her much since that one. I know, right? I'm like, what happened to the sexy lip Gina Davis? I'm like, what happened? I think she probably played on TV shows. Some people back away to become a mother. Ain't nothing wrong with that. She was like, fuck the Hollywood shit. I want to become a mom. Okay, baby. I'm going to miss you, Gina Davis. I'm going to miss you. So, I had to find someone that kind of looked close to her. And I saw Fran Drescher from The Nanny. I was like, you look close. The Nanny. Hurricane, you used to watch The Nanny, yo. It ain't my goddamn fault If there's one TV in the house and your mama is the owner of the TV and takes over the TV, you got no choice but to just sit there and watch until you go to sleep. But Fran Drescher could get it. I hated her voice. I hated her fucking voice. I'm like, oh my God, will you shut the fuck up, bitch? Just turn around and look good. Like 227. Jackie was hot. But I just hated her fucking voice. Even when she came on Sister, I was like, you still hot, you got a little thick. It's better than the Jackie from 227, though. You know, it's palatable listening to her on Sister, but goddamn, 227, I was like, what the fuck? No, no. Oh, shit.
Which the CIA created, armed, and funded. What's happening is blowback from a vast heroin racket. I don't think it's blowback. I think that exactly what you said, they activated him.
It's glow. It's not back. It's not coming back. They did it on purpose.
He goes on to say, like this guy and Jamal Wali, Mohammed Syed, remember him? The Afghan refugee who murdered 4 people in Albuquerque in 2022. He claimed to have worked for the Afghan National Army Special Operations Command. The CIA has brought about 10,000 of these hired killers to live in the USA.
Holy shit. This is new. Like, we watching this together. He said back at Albuquerque, New Mexico. The incident that I talked about earlier with the black military guy that just got shot this year. Now, I don't want to try to make a connection, but it's a lot of shit going on in Albuquerque, New Mexico when it comes to the military, law enforcement, and the CIA. I won't be surprised if they're testing those motherfuckers as agents, like under MK Ultra. This is wild. This is wild.
So there you go.
When you see them on Sean Ryan's show, when they're doing the little CIA bullshit of like, there's ISIS.
There's sleeper cells.
I don't mean the one visiting Trump. I mean, other ones are here right now.
Yeah.
They know because they brought them here so that they could do these things to you.
That's
We're
exactly.
about to play Splinter Cell in a minute, but goddamn, I gotta finish that Max Payne for y'all. But we might play Splinter Cell or Hitman after the motherfucking Max Payne because I'll be on the second disc. So yeah. But got a song I need to work on. Man, this shit gonna be hardcore revolutionary shit. But like we're gonna do both. We might play the game after this. God damn. Okay, there we go.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how you know. When they say there's sleeper cells that are going to start attacking, it's almost like they have inside information about what the intelligence community is planning for the United States. And
It's almost like they have a bunch of Sirhans that are sleepers that they can wake up whenever they choose to.
and here's one that they woke up when they chose to. The guy who was trying to kill.
And what's real crazy is this is not a conspiracy. It's like no one gives a fuck. Okay, yeah, it's MK Ultra now. Yeah. Then we don't give a fuck no more. But like back in the day, we say MK Ultra, you call crazy. So it's like, okay, cool. Like now it's out there. They're killing us. Like it was out there when they brought the drugs in. It was like, what the fuck is going to take for us to wake the fuck up and motherfucking stop this shit? MK Ultra. Now y'all don't care. Guess what? You know how many people just gonna be like, damn, I can't trust a family member or a friend, not even a bitch that I'm fucking. It's like, yo, man. If a nigga can be MK Ultra to manipulate him, man, this is why, man. This is why it's crucial. Now I'm saying it's crucial to hang around people with heads on their shoulders. Hang around people that think for themselves, because you will never fucking know who could be MK Ultra to go against you, to probably force you to pop their ass or whoop their ass or make you do something crazy. My fucking God. Just fuck with those that fuck with you, fuck with those that are just like you. But most importantly, fuck with those that think for themselves and free think, use their common sense, critical thinking, and comprehension skills. The motherfucker that know pattern recognition and symbolism and what the fuck, man. This is fucking crazy.
Trump at his golf course. Here's Mike Pence. He tweeted out this video, and this video is from last September. He says, worth remembering that the guy who tried to murder our president was also recruiting CIA-backed Afghan militias. So here he is when he finds it out. This is a funny video. This is Mike Pence doing some real investigation in real time, and then it comes up. Watch this. Let's just watch. This is fun. So he's doing some. He went to his Facebook page. Who? Ryan Ralph.
What the fuck?
Then he goes and he watch this. So what is here it is. U.S. Embassy in Ukraine is working very hard to finance this project and has asked the Ukrainian ministry. So that's him. That's Ryan Ralph saying he's working.
Why does he have connections to that, this lunatic? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, there it is. There it is.
There it is.
He's working with the fucking State Department.
He's working for the State Department, the CIA.
Directly.
Yeah,
Most
shit,
patients
wow.
are very happy after robotic surgery. They feel that with the smaller incisions, their pain was
Oh my
less.
fucking God.
Oh, Mike, don't look into Israel.
It's right here. It's on fucking Facebook.
Yeah.
A year ago. Less than a year ago.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, don't look into Israel, Mikey.
If you thought you were blown away by this nugget of info.
So, Gen X girl did a great segment. I wish I would have put it in my keynote and showed you, but she showed you all the people, how all the quote unquote Trump loyalists who are actually traitors to America. Because if you're loyal to a politician, you're not loyal to America. To be loyal to America, and how they went from blaming lefties for this to immediately flipping and blaming Muslims who got to get the jihadists out.
I think they're all the same thing in my book, Jimmy. I'm a real simple man with a real simpleton brain. I go, I hate these leftist Islamic terrorists.
And so those were some of, and so they're the same people who are cheering on Trump's war of aggression in Venezuela. They're the same people who cheered on him bombing Iran, bombing Yemen. It's crazy.
Well, that's because Trump is, and I don't even dislike Trump. I think he's a charismatic puppet in service to who or what I don't ever want to see or meet, I hope.
Yeah, no matter who you vote for, you get John McCain. I don't know. I don't know more. There's not much to like. There's not much to like in Trump. I had hope that Trump, when he was campaigning on, he was going to try to fulfill it. And the fact that people were trying to kill him and they russiagated him, I thought he had a chip on his shoulder and a real grudge against the establishment and the deep state. And of course, I had hope. I didn't have faith. I had hope because we already knew what Joe Biden and Kamala were going to do. So maybe he was going to do something different. And I remember watching the due dissidence guy say, gun to the head. If I had to vote, I'd vote for Donald Trump, gun to the head. Of course, they voted for the Green Party. But so I'm saying a lot of people had hope that Donald Trump, what he was saying, but I didn't have faith. I did not have faith. I had hope. And of course, it's 100% no hope. He's all.
Look, at the end of the day, Hulk Hogan and the Iron Sheik weren't really going to kill each other. They both worked for Vince McMahon. Right. That's the bottom line. You got your Hulk Hogan. For some people, now I had hope. I would never put faith in a politician because I just can't take that kind of disappointment. It would set me off like an Afghan that was brought here by Trump and Biden.
All right, now we got one more. About to go look out for Charlie. Then we're gonna get up out of here.
Quarter of a mile. So again, this idea of being able to put sound anywhere you want to is really starting to catch on. We've got the military had just deployed some of these into Iraq where you can put fake troop movements quarter of a mile away on a hillside.
They laughing at that.
Or you can whisper in the ear of a supposed terrorist some biblical verse. I'm serious.
All right, we are going to do something a little bit different today. We're actually going to do an audio test for every viewer, listener of this channel to tell everybody what you hear in a specific audio wave. And I'm also going to talk a little about pulsed audio and BPMs so that people can learn a little bit about that. So
Yeah, man, I did
let's
not know
get
he was going to do
into
this.
BPMs.
He's about to do a test. But this is my first time listening to it. I should have listened to it before I did this. I didn't know he was going to do this. God damn it. I hope it sounds good through my shit, but I highly fucking doubt it. But God damn it. Let's see. Let's just fucking see. But if it sounds bad, I'm going to stop it.
This is a very, very old free drum program. When I tell people, and I've told people for many years, that the syllables in pulsed audio are set up like a drum beat, they are all to a BPM. So you could have audio that you are picking up in a recording, right? And it can be talking, right? What people refer to as EVP. And this audio will all be, let's say, 92 BPM. All right. And each syllable is a pulse. Pop, 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 pop. Now we're going to get back to this, but let me show you formants. A formant is, in the most basic term, it's like a frequency band of a voice. And there are many. So there are different formants to each voice. And that is why it's so hard to pick up. Because
now, I'll try to put people up on game with this guy. This guy's name is Look Out for Charlie. You put it all together. LOOKOUTFA. Then you space capital CHARLIE. Look out for Charlie. He does audio forensics. You know, he debunks everything and lets you know that, you know, some people are being targeted with frequency weapons. Now, I didn't watch this video. It's a 10-minute video. I'm gonna try to speed it up so it could be like 8 minutes. But if you're about to do this audio test, I just need to see how it sounds. You know, like we're watching this together.
in many cases, you don't have all the formants. You have one or two or maybe three, and they're, buried in noise, hard to hear. But formants are very, very important. And you're going to learn why sometimes it's hard to understand certain audio. So we're going to kind of go backwards here. I made this audio. What I did was I said something, and then I took that sentence that I said, and I chopped each syllable up into a different file. And then I took those files and I added them to the drum machine in a pattern that was at a BPM. So you're going to hear what a human voice sounds like when you turn it into pulsed audio. So let's hear just one frequency band of that voice. Let's check it out. Very hard to understand, right?
Yeah.
Because you're not getting all the frequencies. Listen again. So let's hear what is going on a little cleaner with more of the frequencies from the original in it. Now listen to that. That is at a beat, a specific BPM, and it is saying something to you. And I created it so that I know that it's saying something. And it's not very serious, but it's saying something. And what it is saying is a very important message, like the Ovaltine message. Now, let's go back to the old drum program that I'm showing you here. It's at 125 BPM. Here is one syllable. Here, in the beginning. Here is the second syllable. Here's the third syllable. Here's the fourth syllable, and here is the fifth syllable. What does it say? Let's play it. Steal his potato. Steal his potato. Steal his potato. It says steal his potato. So what I did was I just took steal his potato, and when I set it into a mic, and I chopped it into syllables. And I did this to show you how weird this pulsed audio can sound when it's picked up by a microphone. Because as we've said in the past, a lot of this audio works much better in water, and the human body is made of water, right? So when this type of audio is in the air and a microphone picks it up, it's not going to sound the same way that one of these voice hearers are hearing it. So let's just play Steel. 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 At 120 BPM. Steel. Now here's his. Steel. 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 That's Steel his toe. Steel. Here comes Tay. Steel. 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 Toe. Steel. Toe. Toe. Steel. Toe. Each one of those is a pulse. Each syllable is a pulse.
Yep.
The way this operates. And now you can hear and understand why this audio sounds so weird when it's picked up. It doesn't have like quite a human inflection. It's almost robotic, or, you know, like an old voice modulator, or.
So like what he's saying is so many words, like, you know, like if I hear some shit like that, you know, just like you would know the difference. You would know the difference. Like of it'd be clearer in the water and it's more staticky, you know, when it's out. You know, so like I guess he's doing a breakdown with the sound. So but like when you go to look out for Charlie's channel and go to the Crash Course and Pulse Audio video, like he'll show you the chart that he used, and he'll show you all the numbers and shit and the frequencies. He'll go into the wave file of the sound and you know, the vibration. You know, man, like I deal with that shit like when I'm working on music, and I could you know, I gotta go in there and tweak my sound and shit. You know, I hear these waves, I gotta hear the voices, I gotta make sure I take out the dead space, take out all the static and all the clicks and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta go into sound in order to, you know, and do it. And sometimes I have to chop shit up.
Voice synthesizer, right? Steel. Steel. I should have done this a long time ago, because it makes it very, very easy for people to understand why and how this audio is picked up this way. I've said it for years, but I didn't show exactly how this works. So let's check out something that I put together the same way, but I'm not going to tell you what it says. Now let's start with some pseudo form.
Oh, all right. Like this the sound test. So we'll probably just stop it right there at 6 minutes, because I don't want y'all hearing a whole bunch of other crazy shit. You know, like I thought it was gonna be some other information, but like the basic information is what he said like at the beginning of this video. At the beginning of the video is very important.
Being able to put sound anywhere you want to is really starting to catch on. We've got the military had just deployed some of these into Iraq, where you can put fake troop movements a quarter of a mile away on a hillside. Or you can whisper in the ear of a supposed terrorist some biblical verse.
Whisper in the ear. When this Project Blue Beam come, you're gonna see the shit in the sky, and you're gonna hear the beams in your head like God talking to you. Shit is a wrap. That's the shit I'm waiting on. Come on, Project Blue Beam. Let's get this shit all over with.
I'm serious.
Count for Charlie. All right. About to get up out of here now. Shouts out to everybody coming through. You know what I'm saying? This HHN Special Report. And shouts out to everybody's gonna watch on the playback. I can't really play music on this because it's gonna sound all staticky and fucked up. But like when I go live, you know, on the YouTube live, I could be able to do some shit. But shout out to everybody coming through. Y'all the truth. Hope you have a cool, what's today? Thursday? I hope you have a cool Thursday. Shouts out to Anna. Shouts out to Abraham. Shouts out to Big Dog Philly OG, Sovereign, Casino, Eyes Wide Shut, Live and Learn. And shouts out to everybody that's going to watch on the playback. Shouts out to Crystal is cool. California love, my independent California researcher. And shouts out to Vanta over there in the UK, my UK correspondent. Fighting a good fight against that digital ID and that online safety act. We ain't gonna let them take away our freedom of speech and freedom of expression. We're gonna fight back. So shout out to everybody coming through. You know how we ended. Mic check. I walk around the streets with my black Tech 9 on the waistline, looking to hype shit. I never claim to be the best type of rapper. I have to show the motherfuckers what I'm after. I'm after the gold, and after that, the platinum. Beef after that, Hurricane G packs that got some bow. Trigger bang bang. HHN Special Report. Be on the lookout. Might drop some music in a minute. See ya.